How would you like to start making the money you deserve? Maybe you're measuring your business success in your restaurant against the wrong number. I'm going to show you exactly what number you've got to pay attention to have any chance of making the money you deserve. Hello, this is David Scott Peters with therestaurantexpert.com. And you know, every independent restaurant out there needs to know their numbers. But there's one number you must know to have any chance to make any money. And that's a number called prime cost. But there's something really important. I need to make sure before we go any further, you understand that industry standards, they don't apply. You know, I hate when people start quoting the National Restaurant Association and say the average restaurant has a food cost of 34%. Who said that was your food cost? Based on your recipe cost cards, based on your menu mix. Who said that the average labor cost should be 32%? Who said, what is average about your business? Think about it. What is an industry standard? It's an average, a benchmark. Take all these restaurants, put those numbers together, and you come up with an average. Well, is your restaurant the same as the one down the street? With the same menu, same product quality, same price point, same style of service, same everything? The answer is no. So what do industry standards do for you? Nothing. They're worthless. So what do you have to pay attention to? You've got to pay attention to something called prime cost. P-R-I-M-E, prime cost. To old-timers like me, we used to call that what? A controllable expense. In the control of management, how I hire, fire, train, utilize my people, purchase product, utilize that product. Now, what goes into prime cost? This is critical to understand. It is your total cost of goods sold plus your total labor cost. So this requires taking inventories. If you don't take an inventory, you've got to look at your purchases for the last 12 months against your sales for the last 12 months. That'll give you a pretty good idea what your cost of goods sold is. When it comes to labor cost, well, it is including not only the ring at the register, your raw labor cost. If you pay a cook $10 an hour and I clock in and out for 1 hour, owners, does $10 come out of your bank account? The answer is no, more like $12, $13. There's taxes, benefits, insurance. They're a part of prime cost too. So if I take my total labor cost and my total cost of goods sold, I come up with what I call my prime cost. Now what's really important to understand is, what do I measure this against? Do I measure this against gross sales or net sales? Now let me be very clear. I've got to define what those are, because your point of sale system, what it defines as gross sales, it's wrong. 8 out of 10 point of sale systems call gross sales what is really net sales. What is gross sales? It's the ring at the register before discounts, not including sales tax. That means if I sell a $10 burger, I comp $5, sales tax, well, that's collecting that for the government. That's not a sale. So gross sales is a $10 burger before the discount. Net sales is the ring at the register minus the discounts, not including sales tax. So if I sold a $10 burger but I had a 50% or $5 comp, net sales is $5. So what do? What do you do? Do you measure your prime cost off of gross or net sales? I'm going to tell you right now, it's gross. Most people would say net sales. Why is it gross sales? Well, let me ask you a question. Is it the chef's fault that you decide to do the crack cocaine of restaurant marketing and run a Groupon at a 78% discount? No, I asked chef to put a burger out for $10, use $3 in product, 30% food cost. When I run, let's call it a BOGO, buy one, get one free, I comp 50%. And if I have a $5 net sale and $3 cost of goods sold, what is my cost of goods sold now? It's doubled, right? It's 60%. That's not chef's fault. So I need to fairly measure chef off of what I asked him or her to do. Put out a $10 burger, use $3 in cost. Not with me? How about this? You run a charity event for your favorite charity. Tomorrow, you're going to have a full restaurant with $14,000 in gross sales. $14,000 in sales, but because it's your favorite charity and you've closed the restaurant for them, you're going to discount 50%. Let me ask you a question. Do you bring food in, beverage, and people to handle a $14,000 day or a $7,000 day? The answer is $14,000. So what do? Do I measure off of gross or net sales? The answer is gross sales. Now, last but not least, what is your number? We know it's total cost of goods sold plus total labor cost divided by what? We divide it into our gross sales. Where should your number be? The old industry standard was 65% for a full-service restaurant, 60% for a quick-serve restaurant. Well, I'm here to tell you those numbers don't apply. I'm here to tell you with rising food costs, with what happened to the economy years ago, with insurance costs, and all these things that keep diving into our back pocket, including minimum wages taking off all across the country. Your new number, if you do $850,000 a year in gross sales a year, your new prime cost target is 55%. 55%. That means if you do $1 million in gross sales annually, and you're running at a 65% now, patting yourself on the back thinking you're doing a great job, I'm telling you there's 10 points on the table or $100,000 in bottom line profitability if you simply take the time to learn how. Now that you know what the right number is, what do you think? Is it possible? Well, I'm going to tell you it is, but I want to hear your comments. On this page, I want you to give me your comments, maybe things that you've done to reduce your prime cost, where your prime cost targets might be. Now that you know, what are you going to do? Before you go, I want to let you know on this page, I give you an opportunity to opt in for my special report, a free special report that is the 10 lessons that I've learned that any independent restaurant must know in order to have a chance to skyrocket their profits. You can learn more about prime cost and how to reduce it by simply opting in now. Tune in on my channel for my next video when I'm going to teach you the importance of recipe costing cards and taking your profitability from dumbass luck to pure profit. You're putting out incredible food, a great guest experience, but you're not making the money you deserve? Let me ask you a question. Would you agree that your menu is the heart of your business?